All right, so during this workshop, this is not like a teaching workshop. This is very much just like, let's talk about your challenge topic. Let's make sure that it's like we want a topic that's going to be a good fit for you. Like you're excited to talk about it, your audience is excited about it, and it's also positioning your next step, your offer for profit. So we're gonna go with Sandra first because I know you have to run soon. But what I typically like to do is number one, tell me really briefly what offer are you selling, and then what's your idea, and we'll go from there. Just come off mute. Oh.
Gotta unmute first, right? So the offer is the Engaged and Profitable membership. The other bonus to this offer is that we're actually increasing the price after the challenge is over.
Okay.
Because it's been 2 years, it's time for us to move up. Um, so what else? Yes. The idea I had for the challenge was I kind of want to attract a lot of people, and it's tough to pick people at different phases of where they are in their membership. Like some are thinking about it, some have launched it, some are working on content, some are working on their launch plan, some are working on onboarding, etc.
Mhm.
Like there's so many places they could be working.
Yep.
So I thought about doing a 5 day challenge or even a 4 day challenge, which is more like an audit. Like we're going to audit every piece of your membership a bit each day. So like day one might be like the foundations of your membership. And the next day might be like onboarding and engagement. Or sorry, onboarding and retention. And then engagement. Then your launch plan, content, whatever. Like I'll map all the details
Mhm.
out. But that's sort of what I'm thinking.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Does your membership help? I am assuming it helps people in all different phases for
Yeah.
whatever it is they need. Okay, so you would audit and just look at like the core things that would this be for people too that they don't even have a membership yet, or do you have to have a membership launch?
I think you could probably get something out of the first day if you didn't have a membership.
Mhm.
Um, but if you didn't have one, I think it's I don't want to like say no to those people, but
Yeah.
typically I have to say no to someone.
Yeah.
And they can come to I think they'd get a lot out of the first day. Some people would who don't have a membership yet come to my stuff because they're planning ahead. So they're
Yeah.
planning and they just want to know what they're getting into, or they want to make sure that they have everything in place. So
Mhm.
that's something that they could do too.
Yeah. Okay. And if you wanted to make it like a little bit more, I do like the idea of having it be like you have a membership and maybe you're in a different phase in your membership process than someone else, but either way, these are the core things you would do to audit.
Hmm.
So I do like that idea, but I do think potentially you could have, like you said, people who are like, I want to know what I'm getting myself into by like having the behind the scenes or like more of like a little bit of like explanatory content for those
Yeah.
people if you wanted to. Or you could just have it purely like, okay, you guys are the advanced people, you know what you're doing.
I think I do love to teach, so I would give a bit of like
Mhm.
best practices for each of those different categories and teach
Yep.
that part. I kind of want to make it like a report card. So at the end of the week, they kind
Ooh.
of know where they are at the end. Maybe not report card. Maybe that's a little PTSD for some people, but there's some kind of
Mm.
scorecard. Maybe we make it game related,
Yeah.
so that they know where they are.
Yeah, I love that. I like the report card. Like
Yeah. Were
maybe
you
that's
nerdy
my
in school though? Like I'm wondering if it's like
maybe.
I
But
was
I think
not nerdy in school. I was like a troublemaker. So
oh, okay. Maybe I was a nerd and you were like the cool popular kid, so that's why we're like
I
um
wouldn't say that, but
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I do really like the idea of like they come away with like some sort of score and clear action steps
yeah.
from that. And I love the idea of like it's such a clear like you didn't give me a lot of context and I understood it right away, like the
Okay,
audit.
good.
So I think the idea is really strong, and I think it like positions like you're doing exactly what you should. Like you're bringing awareness, but you're not giving away the farm, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a good
Yeah.
topic, honestly. I wish I had more
Okay.
to say to you, but I think it's really solid.
Okay. Yeah. I was just watching I was finishing off my exercises while I was watching your presentation just like an hour ago. And
Oh,
I was
the
thinking,
exercise? Which ones?
oh, I was doing my own exercises while I was watching your
Oh, your
presentation.
workouts. Okay.
And I'm like you, I'm very creative in other areas of my life, but I'm not creative with words.
Mm,
So, for me to name this, do you have any ideas that like come to you? And I'm looking
yeah.
for like how you name things, like very clear, like this is what it is, it's black and white.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just literally give you the slide.
Yeah,
Were you there for this? I don't know if you were.
I
But
was. The
so
no duh challenge is me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's me too. I mean, unless I use chat or something else that I'm
Yeah,
like,
someone
give me
else has
something
to name it for
creative.
me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I think once you have like a really clear tagline, you can figure this out better.
Hmm.
So if you're
Hmm.
like five core decisions or five core, how would you call it? Like audit steps?
Yeah. Five.
Five core steps to seamlessly audit any membership, no matter how long you've been in business.
Okay.
It could literally be your no duh, could be the membership audit challenge.
Yeah, could be.
It could be
Membership.
your, I don't know, like I said, I'm not good at the creative ones.
Yeah.
Um, I think if you put your tagline into like chat or something, you can be like, come up with some names based on this tagline.
Yeah. Or maybe just get my audience to name it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do like the no duh. Like I do like the membership, the audit or audit your membership challenge or something like that.
Mm.
Or audit your membership instead of just challenge. I also do like, people use challenge. Like that's why I'm like Jumpstarter or
Yeah.
Kickstarter or something like that. If you,
Would you use the word fix in the title? Like fix your membership? Audit and fix? Fix and
um,
something?
well, I like audit better only because you're not fixing it during the challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel fix feels like I'm telling them they're wrong and I don't like that either.
Yeah, right. I think audit's more objective, like you're saying.
Okay. What about
Yeah,
audit your membership week?
I like
No.
that.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, audit your membership week. Um, Audit your membership boot camp, audit your membership sprint.
Report card.
No, no. You're really on this report card thing.
I think that's kind of funny.
I think that could be like I think that could be like an angle for like an email
Yeah,
or a video or something, but maybe not the name.
right. I think we do like a scorecard. I like scorecard. It's game related.
Yeah. Like I think I would open an email that was like, uh, join me this week and I'll give your membership and I'll help you write a report card for your membership or I help you score your membership.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Okay.
description something like on your sign up page you can say like during this 5 week or sorry 5 day 5 week during this
Well,
5 day challenge I'll give you the rubric you need to determine how to score your membership in terms of on all different levels of performance. I'm just making this up. I'm assuming you're
yep.
doing this. Whether it's monetary or retention based or engagement, it
Yep.
could be like the go-to challenge to or leverage our membership rubric to score your membership in these specific categories.
In these. Okay, awesome.
I want to come to this. This sounds really good.
Yes,
Oh my God.
come.
This sounds good. This is a good topic, honestly. I love how, like I said, it's like you're bringing awareness around what they need to fix, but you're not necessarily solving everything.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm excited then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be, yeah. I'm gonna run it pretty quickly. I know you say 4 months. I've ran challenges before
Yeah.
and you know me, I move fast. So
I think if, yeah, the thing is, like I said, like I built my jump starter in like 2 weeks. Like I think when it's like when you're in the beginning of running events, like you're like, okay, get like take 60 days to like do the whole thing. But with where you're at
Mhm.
and how you're very seasoned, like I think you could definitely move faster.
Awesome. And thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm
Awesome.
working on tomorrow.
Woohoo. Okay, well keep me updated on how it goes. I'm glad we got to chat.
Yes, thank you. And exactly, I have to leave at 6:45. You're perfect.
Oh,
That's awesome.
perfect. Okay. Very cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you,
yeah.
Tracy.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hey Tracy, we're having a very intimate call today. I think my tech is a little funky and I kicked some people off. So, how are you?
You're fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's this week going for you?
It's busy as usual. I was the one that was emailing you with all my tech issues with the chat.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Honestly, I think everyone's having weird tech stuff this week, so that's fun.
Mm, yeah.
Um, yeah, so do you want to talk through your
Mm,
challenge idea? Do you have some ideas?
Okay, well, let me give you some background. So I started December of 2024. I started building this program. So I already have a signature offer,
Okay.
but so far I have had zero sales. I did a lot of promotion, paid for ads on Facebook and Instagram.
Mm,
And I think right now, I think I have about 16 people on my email list from
okay.
all of that effort I put in. Um, and I threw a challenge together because, I don't want to give up on it. I feel like I put a lot of work into it. I feel like I have um,
Yeah.
a good angle.
Okay.
And I don't want to give up on it
Yeah.
so quickly. So, because
So
I think I tried to launch it last August.
this was a challenge, you're saying?
No, I have learned a lot from the summit with Krista and from you that I pretty much launched my offer
Okay.
with a low ticket webinar,
Okay.
and it did not work.
Yeah.
So I realized I probably just didn't put a lot of work
So you
into
started with
it.
something paid?
Yes, I started
Oh
with
wow.
a $9 webinar.
Okay.
Um, and
Yeah.
so there was like nothing in between. It was either that or that. I
Yeah.
didn't have any upsells, no order bumps, nothing, none of that was created. So I kind of understand now why it's probably not going the way I think it should. Um,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Why don't you tell me about the offer first, and then I can give you some ideas and also help you figure out like timeline and audience and stuff like that. So tell me briefly, what is the offer that you want to sell?
okay, so first I have a very difficult audience to target. Parents of children with disabilities enrolled in public school. I have an education advocacy program that helps them focus on the strategy of advocating. I think a lot of parents, and I was one of those parents because I have a child with a disability, just very reactive. The school was kind of
Mhm.
doing the pulling versus
Yeah.
me kind of, arranging everything. So once I realized that, I was able to come up with my own system, which is what the program is
Okay.
based on. So that it's just a lot, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's a lot more methodical. You don't have to do as much thinking. It's not as emotional because you just kind of you have the mindset that this is just what needs to be done and you do it. Um,
Okay,
so
so tell me
that's
more. What are you actually selling? Tell me about that.
so it's an 8 week coaching and training program. So the
Okay.
trainings are live every other week. Um, and then we have coaching in between. So that's how it's designed. And there are three levels. You can do group coaching. You can do just the training. You can do group coaching. You can do one-on-one coaching. And those are the three different
Okay.
levels.
And the result is helping parents with children with disabilities navigate the public school system. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. How much is it?
The lowest cost offer, which I think is just the training and nothing else, is 197. And then the second one, the
For
group coaching is
the whole thing or
497.
monthly?
It's the whole thing. I'm not a fan of memberships. I didn't make it a membership. If they wanted to split it up into payments, I let them do like two or
Okay.
three payments, but it was not, I don't
That's
like
fine. I'm just curious.
memberships. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the higher one?
The highest one is 997, and that's the one-on-one coaching over the
Okay.
8 weeks. And they also get like extra support, if they get priority email,
Yeah.
responses, they have extra support built in besides the one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. Okay. So you haven't had any has anyone gone through this program yet?
No, I have not
Oh,
had one
okay.
person bite. It's and I'm realizing that Facebook probably just did not. I don't think those are good leads. I got more followers on my page than anything else.
Okay. Well,
Um,
we'll talk about that in a minute.
mhm,
Because I want to give you some ideas for how like right away you can start kind of growing your
mhm.
audience. So I'll do that in a sec. But
Okay.
um what are you thinking in terms of challenge topic? What because ideally we want, did you listen to the day 3 training? Were you at that training?
Today?
Yeah.
Yes, I was there
Oh,
today.
you were there. Okay.
Mhm.
So what are you thinking in terms of a topic for your challenge?
Well, the problem with my audience is the school year is only 9 months of the year. So during the summer, nobody's really thinking about it. So I feel like I have to have something that's somewhat evergreen and can be on demand. The one I had in December,
Okay,
I had
let's
one.
first just focus on the topic. Like
Mhm.
what do you think of our topic? And then I can maybe we can talk about some of those other things.
The topic, uh, well, the only one I have is just education advocacy, the reset. Um, that's that's kind of what, yeah, I'm kind of like, like you said, I don't, the creative names they don't come to me. I have to.
Okay. So I don't even
um,
mean what's the win that they get. Don't even worry about the name. What's the win? So like Sandra, the win was 5 steps to audit any membership so that you can figure out your next action items. What is the win they get when they leave your challenge?
So the win that they get from the challenge is they they should have a clear plan for tackling at least one issue that they've been struggling with.
Mhm.
Now it's hard to pinpoint an issue because there could be so many. I can't
Yeah.
narrow it down to a specific issue.
Okay, so
That's
either what you could do is because we do want to get specific, because I don't think just having a challenge where you're like learn how to tackle problems, that's not a great challenge.
Mhm.
We could have the most common problems that come up. You could have focusing on one of those, or you could have like the first step you teach in your 8 weeks. So
Most common.
let's start with give me a most common problem that you hear all the time from these parents.
Honestly, I'm in a IEP 504 group on Facebook, and I think most of the time the parents are they doubt themselves and they're afraid to I guess communicate what's going on.
Hmm.
So they're looking for a lot of what's the word, assurance,
Uh-huh.
or affirmation that what they're doing is correct instead
Who
of
are they
just
afraid to
doing it.
communicate with?
Well, if a child has IEP, there's a case manager, which is usually a special
Ooh.
education teacher, and then the school principal would be a point of escalation. So they're unsure about who to communicate with, when to communicate, what to communicate.
Okay. This is a good challenge topic.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be, I'm just making up the number, but what if it was the 5 skills you need to have a successful relationship with your kid's IEP case manager so that they get the care or the education they need and you can feel good and assured that they're in good hands.
Okay.
And obviously I'm making up the 5 skills, but it could
Mm-hmm.
be you figure out, oh, it's 3 skills or 3 things that they need to do to manage this relationship, or it's the 5 big tips or the 6 big tips. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it? Are you just is that not an exciting topic for you?
I'm not gonna say it's not exciting. There's a lot of factors that it depends on. The case manager is one.
Mhm.
Um, because
Yeah.
and I don't want to take you into all the special education challenges that people have, but right now schools are very short staffed. So this
Yep.
might be another topic to add to the challenge. They're very short staffed. A lot of times the case manager is not even the person they're supposed to be. It's not a special
Yeah.
education teacher. It's a paraprofessional or somebody else that they have decided was going to be an
Yeah.
aide for the teacher, and they're doing the case managing instead of the actual teacher. So there's a
Yep.
lot of scenarios with that case manager role that
Yeah.
parents would have to navigate.
Yeah, for sure. And so maybe it's just like a challenge, the one challenge that you do for now, the first one is like related to all the things related to navigating with a case manager and like you talk about some of those things.
Mhm.
What I just want you to avoid is kind of giving all the things and giving
Mhm.
just like everything there is. Because, like, I know you're saying there's so many factors,
Mhm.
but the reality is, like, in a challenge, you only want to cover like one small things. Like, for me teaching challenges, there's like a million more things you guys need to know after this. But I'm
Mhm.
only going to focus on this one step for now because this is going to kick you off. But then
Okay.
there's also everything else that you'll learn kind of later down the line, whether you join the after party or you learn it in your own time. And that's kind of how it should be with your own challenge, where you're teaching them this one specific thing, but if they want more, they have other problems, then they should move to that next step with you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see it. And I can see how I probably have to shorten the name, but I could definitely see how I could probably have a topic for at least 3 nights. One would be
Mm,
navigating whoever the case manager is, even if it's not the person it's supposed to be, you
yeah.
know. So yeah, I could definitely see how this could become a bigger topic. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, like, as things come up, like, you'll have, like, you can have VIP sessions. We're going to talk about this tomorrow, like, designing VIP, but, like, usually there's always, like, a Q&A where people can come and ask questions and have these conversations with you and get those questions answers that are popping up throughout. So, it's not like if they have things that are coming up or questions that just because it's not included in the presentation doesn't mean they can't get that help, like, elsewhere.
Okay. All right.
Um, Okay. So do you want to talk a little bit about just some ideas for kind of growing your audience as you build the challenge, some
Mhm.
suggestions?
Sure.
So I think I don't know how much you've done because it sounds like you've joined some groups on Facebook. Is that right? For
No,
to have your
really,
audience?
I have some for my audience, yes. Hmm.
How many groups are you in?
Oh, gosh, like 3 or 4.
Okay. And what kind of groups are they?
They're mainly like parenting with disability children with disabilities
Okay.
type groups, or like a support group or a IEP 504 group.
Okay. And are they like really active and do they have a lot of members?
Yeah, they have thousands of members, but it's really that's my issue with the Facebook groups. It's really the same handful of people that you see posts from, and then there's so many people that post anonymously.
Yeah.
Because they don't want they're worried the school might see it, or they don't want their neighbor to know. There's so many people that post anonymously in those groups.
Yeah. Are you posting in the groups?
I and not as much as I used to. I
Okay.
have kind of pulled back because um the vibe has just been different since
Mhm.
all the cuts at the Department of Education. There's just a lot more panicking going on, and
Yeah.
I cannot, because the basics of education advocacy have not changed just because the Department of Education is changing. So
Yeah.
I just had to kind of pull back a little bit so I could stop lecturing people about it.
I feel you. Okay, well, what I would do is I think maybe since you're getting that energy from some of those groups, typically what I recommend people do is do a search with keywords on Facebook in the groups and search only by group. So for example, maybe I'll pull up Facebook right now and I can just show you what I mean. So what if I said what's like a keyword that your audience is searching?
Uh, Definitely IEP support.
Okay. So we type in IEP support. We go click groups. Are you part of any of these groups?
No.
Okay, these are
Okay.
all groups that I would join
Mm-hmm.
and start looking in and just having conversations in. So it could be you asking questions and you doing research. Like it could be you saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about running events for parents and I would love your feedback on some of these." Or you telling personal stories about, things that you've dealt with your kids that have lessons and your goal is to basically fill up your friends list with
Mm-hmm.
people from these groups. And either what you can do is have content that you're posting on your profile that's warming them up, or maybe you can invite them to your own group
Okay.
and you want to start doing that. Have you been filling up your friends list and kind of going about it in that way?
No. And
Okay.
and the whole because I joined your group, I joined Krista's group, but that's really it. I'm just not. It's just I'm just not big on managing my own group. I feel like I feel a lot of pressure just thinking about.
Okay. Don't do a group then. Just do your profile. Like use your
Mhm.
profile and then you don't have to get people anywhere. You just have to like if you're having conversations with them in these groups and like communicating and seeing them on the regular and commenting on their posts, these are people that you can be friending and adding and then just have posts on your page or on your profile.
Yeah.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
So that's one strategy. And honestly, what I usually tell people is spend 20 minutes a day doing that, like commenting, posting once a day, like that kind of stuff, like set a time so it's not endless.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two things that I would do, the first thing I would do is have you done any type of like live interviews or just like video interviews with people?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. One of the best strategies to get to borrow audiences from people. This is what I did before I was a video strategist and I was leadership coaching and trying to grow my audience. I would live interview. You can pre-record if you want, but I would interview a guest who had an audience that was the same audience as mine, but was on a different topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have them basically share the live or the event, and they would end up, because this person would promote it, they would end up joining my Facebook group at the time, joining my email list because of that, and I would just end up growing like this from these interviews, and my audience as well was getting to know this person. So it was a really mutually beneficial kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you guys have part of the VIP is I give you 30 days free in my Video Skills Lab membership where I literally have a whole training on this.
All right.
This is one of the best things that you could do without spending money on ads. Some of the people that I interviewed from like years ago, I'm still in touch with, still promote my stuff, still like it's one of the best ways to like make friends in the industry because those people will then promote for you and go to bat for you and want to support you.
Okay. Perfect.
How are we doing so far? I have one more suggestion for you, but let me know
Yeah.
how it's
I'm just
going.
taking notes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. The last suggestion I have is do you know who Kat Griffin is?
I've heard of her. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She has a ton of bundles and summits. They are not all B2B, business to business. A lot of them are B2C. A lot of them are things having to do with parents and kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go through her stuff, like if you look at her list of events, I am sure you could find either bundles or summits either to contribute stuff to or that you could be speaking at that could
Mm-hmm.
be growing your audience like now. Like I have a couple of students who for their challenge literally created their challenge and submitted it as part of one of Kat's bundles and had like hundreds of people end up joining because it was such a good fit for that bundle audience.
Okay. All right.
So absolutely, there's like so many things that you could be doing to grow, like just 20 minutes every day in those Facebook groups. Look at Kat's event list of events, see who you can invite on to guest interview so that they can promote and like you have some like mutual collaboration happening. And then, you could be doing this as you're building your challenge, and then you have sort of a warm audience that's excited and ready that when you launch the challenge, you're not launching to 16 people.
Right.
You're launching to maybe it's not a huge audience yet, but it's still like more substantial than it was before.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I did have a question for you about the timing because I
Yeah.
know I asked on Monday and you said about um 60 days would be, I guess, your minimum. 30 to 60 days would be the minimum recommendation.
Hmm.
So just based on the fact that it is almost the end of the school year, I was thinking about setting this up for maybe July,
Oh, that's plenty of time.
right? And then we could kind of make it pretty much like a starting the school year on a positive note type of thing.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that. Honestly, I've had a lot of people in the parenting space who have
mhm.
done summer challenges that have gone well.
Yeah, it would be probably mid-July to avoid that back to school because school starts, at least in Georgia, it starts really early. It starts in August.
Oh, wow, that is
So
early.
yeah, so maybe mid-July would avoid that,
Yeah,
you know.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that gives you so much time to prepare and it gives you so much time to grow your audience.
Hmm.
Like you could get started on this stuff literally today, tomorrow, and like start bringing people in right away. And then, 3 months from now, have a substantial group of people that are ready.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to do one this month because the school year's almost over. And
Hmm.
then you were like, no. And then the one I did in December, I did it over 4 weeks, and you were like, no. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing everything wrong.
Yeah. I honestly think like I just don't want you to I with 16 people, I wouldn't launch a challenge yet.
Hmm. Okay.
I would make sure that you grow this audience. And like I said, there's a lot to do, like when you're building a challenge right. And so
Hmm.
that means until July, like this timeline would give you that time to build your audience and get to know them and have them warm up to you. You're not rushing, you're building something really great that you can use over and over again. And it's
Hmm.
kind of like the timeline for the audience and the challenge kind of fits perfectly together for growth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I'll just work on this idea a little more and maybe flesh it out.
Yeah, and
Um,
come on Friday too. I mean, we'll have
mhm,
a tomorrow session on VIP and we'll also have a Q&A on Friday. So for sure on Friday for that Q&A, bring your topic again
mhm.
and we can take a look at it again.
Okay. All right. I'll work on refining it a little bit. Maybe come up with, oh, and also the length of the challenge. You know, I I'm just not sure I can keep them committed for 5 days. So I'm thinking maybe 3 days might.
Yeah, come up with your topics. Once you fine
Okay.
tune the that win or that result, come up with your topics because I think if you had really short days, people could.
Okay.
Like if you were like 15 minutes a day, that's all.
Okay.
That's doable. But if you're like sit there for 2 hours every day, like yeah, I don't think people are gonna do that.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. And
So
that was
really
another
short.
thing. Yeah, I was doing like an hour
Yeah.
each night, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was hard for me even to do that much every night.
Yeah, honestly, that's tough for parents. Like parenting,
Mhm.
that demographic, like typically short, like after bedtime and like usually also I like to have you add, and we'll talk about this for VIP tomorrow, but like recordings, like audio
Mhm.
recordings that people can either you can put for free or have people like add into VIP so that
Mhm.
people can listen like podcast form like on the go as well if they're like doing carpool or whatever for their kids
Mhm.
so that they can finish. So I agree. If you're doing an hour or longer every single night, long term, like I don't think for that demographic it's gonna work.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I think I got it.
Awesome. Well, you're doing great. I'm loving all the ideas, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you, so you're
Mhm.
handling it all super well.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad that I have a clear idea now of where I went wrong because, there was some sad days there
Yeah, oh my
afterwards.
gosh. I feel you, but you're persevering and it's gonna
Yeah,
be way better this next time around.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so much fun. I'm glad we got some good one-to-one time tonight.
Yes, yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. We'll have VIP and yeah, we'll talk soon.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.